everyone, Cynthia from the Ponoka Jubilee Library with this week's Thinkers and Tinkerers video. Today we are going to be making an optical or visual illusion card. So, what is an optical illusion? It's also known as a visual illusion, and essentially it's when you play a trick on your brain visually. Basically, your brain loves patterns. It loves to process things and it associates patterns with things. So, for example, it could be as simple as when your brain sees a banana, it will expect it to be yellow or possibly green. If it sees a purple banana, it would be, that's unusual. An optical illusion specifically plays with that notion that your brain likes to do patterns. So today, we are going to be doing a very simple one where you create a card, a siding card, that initially appears black and white, and then all of a sudden has vivid color. To begin your optical illusion, you will need to grab your kit from the Ponoka Jubilee Library. Inside each kit, you will find 2 pieces of full cardstock, a smaller piece of cardstock, and a plastic film of some sort. All right. The first step is you need to decide what will be the outside of your card and what will be the inside. I like orange as the outside, so I will choose that as the outside. Put that aside for now. Take the cardstock you've chosen to be the inside, and you're going to cut it in half. But you need to make sure that there is enough green to cover the plastic film. So this is where I like to use a pencil. All right, so once you have half of a piece of cardstock, take your plastic film and put it over the cardstock. Now you want to make sure that it is overall the same size. So as you can see, my cardstock is a bit longer than my plastic film. That's quite easy to fix. Just hold in the film over the cardstock like so. I can trim the cardstock to match. You can also trim the plastic foam, just it doesn't cut as easily as the cardstock. Now, as you can see, it fits over perfectly. Your next step is going to be to draw an image on your green cardstock. So set aside your film for now. To do the drawing, you can use crayons, markers, whatever suits your fancy. Focus the drawing on the inside of the cardstock. You don't want it to go all the way to the edges because the edges are going to be enclosed within the outer card format. My next step is to place the plastic film that you've cut to match the size of your cardstock, so make sure it lines up. You're going to take your permanent marker and you're going to trace the outline of the main image. So what you basically want to have shown on the outside of the card. So I just want the dinosaur outline to be shown. I don't want the sun to be shown. I don't want the words to be shown. So I am just going to trace my dinosaur. Okay, the next step is you're going to take that smaller piece of cardstock that was in your kit and you are going to use it to hold these 2 pieces together. So another option is if you're really worried that the glue is not going to hold, you can take a stapler and staple it like such. This is just an extra precaution. I find it useful myself just because I'm not the best with folds, but the glue will also just work fine on its own. That's not a problem. But now, as you can see, the film is now permanently attached to go over the green cardstock. All right, the next step is to take the other half of the cardstock that you designated the inside of the card, and it is going to fit inside, like so. So you're going to slide it in between the film and your drawing. And so it's going to stop at this orange end here. And you are going to want to trim it to match the image size. Just leave it a bit longer, just a little bit of extra space. So I like to do it maybe about a finger width. Like so. Trim. So as you can see, it is a bit longer than the image, but that's fine. And there you go. All right, the inside of our card is complete. Now we have to go to the outside of the card. What you're gonna do is take your other piece of cardstock and fold it in half. The issue where the card is actually longer than the fold of your outer cardstock. That's okay, don't worry about it. We're just gonna trim the edge of this inside card. Since it's paper and glue, it's real easy to trim. Now have to cut the open end for the inside. So for that, bring the card back up to the front. And just mark here with your pencil where your image ends. So not where the cardstock ends, but where the image, where your film ends. So as you can see, got these little marks right there. And I'm going to use my ruler to do a faint outline. And you don't want to go all the way down. You want to make sure that there is a ridge to the square. That will essentially be the window size that will showcase my card. So all you have to do now is cut it. Going to put my dinosaur image in between. Beautiful. All right. Now, what you're going to do is we are going to glue the inside green slate. So you can take this out, have this lined up like so, and you're going to glue the end, the top, and the far side, but leave this open. You can see I have kept the top open a bit, and this is still open here on this side. Your last step is to slide your drawing inside. If you have to re-glue the green card, that is fine. I sometimes find it's a bit of a trial and error process. Do make sure, though, that you don't glue the film down. The film has to be able to move. There you go. Your very own optical illusion card.